Have you ever wondered why a younger woman can meet a man twice her age and still feel an instant pull toward him? Why she laughs a little softer, holds eye contact a little longer, and seems to crave his attention even when he's barely trying? It's not the gray hair. It's not the money. It's the energy, the calm, grounded energy that only comes from a man who's mastered himself. Because while younger men chase validation, older men radiate it. They've learned that attraction isn't built through words. It's built through presence. And that's exactly what we're about to uncover. 7 powerful flirting tricks older men use to attract younger women, backed by psychology and rooted in Stoic wisdom. 1. The power of stillness. Less talk, more energy. Younger men often believe attraction comes from performance, from being funny, charming, or quick with words. But an older man knows something deeper. Silence speaks. When he sits across from a younger woman, he doesn't fill every pause. He lets the silence breathe. He lets her feel his energy instead of hearing him try to prove something. Psychology calls this the contrast effect, and when something calm appears next to something chaotic, the calm feels magnetic. Most women today are surrounded by men who are loud, reactive, and desperate for attention. So when she meets a man who's composed and slow with his words, her nervous system relaxes. His stillness becomes a mirror for her emotions. She feels safe, but also intrigued, because that quiet confidence says one thing: I don't need to impress you. And ironically, that's exactly what makes her want to impress him. It's the first law of attraction older men master. When you stop trying to be interesting, you become irresistible. The controlled compliment, subtle, not surrendered. Most men overcompliment women. They say, "You're gorgeous, you're stunning," or "You're out of my league." It feels flattering for a moment, then predictable. But older men, they compliment with precision. He might say something simple like, "You have this calm energy. Not many people have that." Notice, and he's not praising her looks. He's praising her essence. And that hits differently. Psychologically, it's called selective validation. When you validate one trait that aligns with depth, not vanity, you subtly tell her, "I see what others don't." It's not flattery, and it's recognition. Younger women who are used to surface-level compliments suddenly feel seen. And when a woman feels seen, she opens up emotionally. That's how older men flirt. Not with a flood of praise, but with focused awareness. Every word carries weight. Every compliment feels earned. The Stoics said, "Control your tongue before it controls you." A mature man knows every compliment given too early loses value. So he holds back, and when he finally speaks, she listens. For the unshakable frame, he doesn't chase emotion, he creates it. Here's the secret most young men miss. A woman doesn't fall for the man who can handle them. Younger women test boundaries. They'll tease, challenge, pull away. Not to hurt, but to measure stability. They want to know if your frame is solid. An older man doesn't react. He smiles when she teases. He stays calm when she withdraws, because he knows her emotional storms aren't personal, they're instinctual. Psychology calls this emotional containment, the ability to absorb emotion without amplifying it, and it's the ultimate sign of masculine maturity. Younger men mirror emotion. She gets cold, they chase. She gets distant, they panic. Older men stay rooted. Their calmness becomes contagious. In Stoic philosophy, Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." And that's exactly what women feel when they're around such men. Strength. Not arrogance. Not control. Just presence, solid, centered, unmoved. That's when attraction transforms into respect. And respect, that's the seed of lasting desire. 4. The art of mystery. Revealing less, revealing power. An older man understands a timeless truth. When you reveal everything, you lose curiosity. And curiosity is the oxygen of attraction. Younger men overshare trying to build connection by unloading their entire story. But older men, they give glimpses. He might mention that he once lived in London for a year and leave it at that. She asks, "Really? What took you there?" He smiles, sips his coffee, and says, "A long story, maybe another time." That mystery gap activates her imagination. And once her imagination is engaged, emotional attachment begins. In psychology, it's called the Zeigarnik effect. The mind fixates on incomplete stories. She keeps thinking about him because she never fully figured him out. Mystery isn't manipulation. It's mastery. It's understanding that attraction is born in space, not saturation. The Stoics lived by restraint. They valued privacy, not secrecy, but control. And that restraint creates the kind of allure younger women can't resist. The allure of the unknown. Because the truth is, mystery is not about hiding who you are. It's about revealing yourself slowly enough that she wants to keep discovering. 5. The flirt of presence. Attention as a form of power. Older men don't flirt with words. They flirt with attention. When he's talking to her, he's there. No phone in his hand, no glancing around the room. Just deep locked-in focus. In a world full of distraction, focused attention feels like a drug. Psychology calls it the spotlight effect. When someone makes you feel like you're the only person in the world, your brain releases dopamine and oxytocin, creating a bond. Younger women rarely experience that kind of energy. So when they do, it's intoxicating. And here's what makes it even more powerful. He doesn't overuse it. He's not staring her down or trying to seduce her. He's listening, truly, patiently listening with the kind of presence that makes her words feel valuable. That's the most powerful flirtation of all, to make her feel significant. Because older men have learned, it's not about being the most interesting man in the room. It's about being the one who makes her feel the most understood. That's presence. That's power, and it's something no fancy pickup line can replicate. 6. The strategic withdrawal. Space creates desire. Younger men chase. Older men pause. After a great date, he doesn't text right away. Not out of games, but balance. He lets her feel the silence. That small gap becomes magnetic tension. Psychology calls it intermittent reinforcement. Unpredictable attention that makes emotional rewards addictive. She starts wondering, why hasn't he texted? And that curiosity pulls her closer. It works because he's not avoiding, he's living. His world doesn't revolve around her, and that's exactly why she wants to be in it. Space isn't distance, it's attraction in disguise. 7th era, the masculine calm, the aura of emotional mastery. Real attraction isn't built on excitement, it's built on peace. An older man carries calm like armor. His energy says, nothing you do can shake me. In a world of chaos, that calm feels like home. Women don't fall for the man who gives them butterflies. They fall for the one who gives them balance. As Marcus Aurelius said, be like the rock against which the waves crash. That's masculine mastery, grounded, steady, unbothered. He doesn't fight her emotions. He contains them. And that's irresistible. Conclusion. The Stoic way of attraction. These aren't tricks, they're principles. Older men attract because they lead with peace, not pressure. They flirt through silence, not words. They embody control, not chaos. In a world where everyone's loud, the calm man stands out. Because true power isn't chasing attention, it's creating safety in the storm. That's the secret of timeless masculine energy. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.